What's the difference between an LED and a halogen on a Kubota boom? Stick around, let's find out. Today I'm going to swap out this light, the factory halogen that come with the excavator. I'm going to pull that out so we can do some night work. 12 millimeter bolt right here, it's holding it. We'll loosen that up. We'll drop this whole light out of here. A little clip right here that holds the wire. We'll pop that loose. Wire tie right there holding it. There's no factory wiring harness. It's just wired. That's fine. We could definitely do some basic wiring. We'll just cut these off. I don't know if this has been replaced in the past. So this is everything that came with the kit. It's got of course it's got the light, the bolt. It comes with a package here. I'll put the link in the description. Looks like that comes with these custom pins that we can put in here. That'll work out great. We'll just put this on the wire, and that way, future, this will just clip together. So let me go grab a pair of wire strippers and we'll attach that. All right. That clamps on. Didn't want to have to bring out the HVAC tools, but we're gonna. All right, we're just gonna cut these, and the wires are kind of short there, so I'm gonna take it loose right in the center of that connector. You can see on these little clips right here, we're gonna stick the wire down in that hole, and then we're going to fold this rough spot over top of it and then hold the wire with that. Then these will slide into that fitting, and it'll make it a lot easier in the future if we ever want to change this out. Got both those in. Let's put our adapter on there. All right, so on this connector, those two pins that we just put on are going to slide back into these holes, and then we'll clip it on. Got the matching plugs on this side. Just to seal this up a little bit, I'm going to put a bit of liquid electric tape around the upper part of these wires. That way it's just a little bit more waterproof since it's going to be out in the elements. You got to make sure that those holes line up. There we go. All right, that clips on. Get my wire. Slide these bolts. Washer. Our nut. And this is a 17 millimeter bolt. Where our lock washer engages. Hold our light where we want it. Oop, we have light. Let's give this thing a shot this evening. All right, we swapped this light out earlier in the day. It's at night. We've done a couple tests to look and see how much difference we have between the LED and the stock halogen that came with the Kubota. So, hey, there's a crane fly. That's cool. A lot of people think those are mosquitoes, but it's actually, it's in the same order, Diptera. And crane flies, the larvae will be in the streams, are about this big, look like large grubs. They don't bite you. They're not, the females aren't trying to nurse their eggs. So it's a little dark, but here's the plan. I'm gonna do a light meter on my phone, and we're gonna measure the lux at each point around this to see what this light does. So in order to get a true measurement of the difference between the two lights, we're going to make a 10 model of the lux measurements around the excavator. So if this is our excavator, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the boom and I'm going to measure 20 feet out from the excavator in all directions. All right, so that would be my sample points. Then I'm going to add one directly under the boom, and then one 10 feet past the boom. That way I get a good idea of the light penetration into the darkness while I'm working. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each one of these spots, and I'm going to take a lux reading. All right. Once I have all those, I'm going to do a tin model. A tin model is a triangular, irregular network. And what it does is it takes the averages, it creates a triangle between each point, and then along this line, it creates an average. So if this one's 10 and this one is 0, it's going to make this 5. If this one's 10 and this is 20, then it's going to make this one 15. And it's going to do that all around that. And it'll give us a good idea, a visualization of the light differences between the two bulbs. For my lux meter, I'm just using the LM3000 app. I put a piece of white computer paper over top of the lens. That is the diffuser. And we're just going to take samples all the way around using just this light. And that will give us the lux for the stock Kubota light. After that, we will take all the readings, we'll change the light, and then we'll do it again for the new light, and we'll see how it changed at each distance. We're going to leave this light on, and we're going to go over the first flag and get our lux measurement. Stabilizing about 4.6. All right, we got our first 5 measurements, and we'll change this light out and see how it changes it. So with these two tin models, we can see the difference between the LED light and the halogen light. The bottom one is the halogen, and we got about 570 lux at the ground with the old light. That's the peak right there in the center. The top one is the LED, and with that one we can see we got 2710 lux. That's almost 5 times as much light actually reaching the ground with the LED. And with these tin models, you can see that right under the light, that's that peak right there, and that's where the light was most intense. It drops off quickly as you get away from it, but when you're working, you can definitely see that it's really bright right there by the bucket. And so what does that mean in real life? Well, watch this and we'll see what it looks like, the comparison between the two. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's a lot brighter than a stock light, and it'll help out a lot working at night, early in the morning. So, yep. Next step is going to be adding some light bars to the cab so I can see all the way around the excavator at night.